So we want to continue to think about the ways that we can engage with our past clients in real estate without constantly having to do all of this prospecting and cold calling to try and get business. So I'm going to go through Dawn Humphrey, and she's out of Florida. I'm going to go through her method for automating and personalizing your unique touches in a personal way, your touches in a unique way. You get it. You can read it here. But let's talk about her 3 steps with this. Now, before we get into this first one, you can obviously see here that there's something called a reverse pop-by. But I think we first have to understand what is a pop-by. Brian Buffini championed this. It's putting a little item of value when you go in person and actually meet with a client and you give it to them. Little American flag during 4th of July, something simple like that. Just showing up in a good light with a past client. Okay, we get that part. What is a reverse pop-by? So Dawn partners with a company called LoLo, Locals Supporting Locals, and it's available in, I checked their website, it's available in pretty much everywhere in the US where there's major markets, right? And what this is all about is it's a monthly coupon out to all of our clients with some deals at some different businesses in their local area. It's an easy way for her to stay in touch. It's an item of value. And it comes through looking like a personal text message, so it feels like Dawn's sending them a message each month with a personalized coupon that can help save them money. Now, obviously, this is to this first word. It's the automated. Now, if you have a past client database of 100, 150, 200 people, doing physical pop-bys every single month can become exhausting to try and get around to all those people. So at a certain point, you get to start to stratify your database, your A's and A pluses, your B's and your C's. Maybe everybody in your database is going to get the reverse pop-bys, and then you're able to reserve your in-person pop-bys for your slightly higher up the chain in terms of willing to do business with you, willing to refer you business. That's kind of the caliber of where you sit in this. So LoLo, or Local Supporting Local, is one of the great ways where you can do that on a monthly basis. It's just that monthly text message with a coupon of value, right? Now, let's go to her number 2, and it's about the closing gift. Now, a lot of us want to do a really personalized gift. For example, I had a client who, American dream home, came over to this country, started a business, ran it for 20 years, and they finally had to sell that house and downsize, right? They were just getting to a point in their life where they had to downsize. And that house was incredibly meaningful for them. Well, I hired a painter. He came out and he did a completely custom paint job of the house. And, we had a really nice moment and he cried and it was fantastic. Trying to do that at scale when you begin to grow can become really exhausting. And also, it was a one-time gift. After that, I have to struggle to find different ways to continue to engage with them. Now, I could also always partner with a company like LoLo, like we just went over, to do something, but there are other ways you can do that, right? Client Giant and then Harry and David. These are 2 separate companies who will do some of this monthly gifting for that client for a year. Something like the fruit basket of the month or different things that you can do for them, but it's just another way to automate some of those little physical touches that actually get mailed to the client. Where the LoLo one is more of a coupon that gets text message to them, this is an opportunity for a year after closing with the client. This is the way Dawn runs it. For 1 year, they get 12 small little gifts from her for the rest of the year. Because that's when they're going to talk mostly about their buying and selling experience, and that's when they're going to be talking with potential friends, family, coworkers, colleagues about you. And if every single month you're still showing up in their life, you are going to set yourself apart. And again, one time, set it, don't forget it, but you get the point. It doesn't require that massive input from you on an ongoing basis. Now, Dawn's last method for her business and the way that she continues to engage with her clients are these personalized and curated client events. Now, these aren't necessarily automated. You can automate some of the marketing touches and things like that, but the 3 examples she gave were a movie night. She had a movie night where I think it sounded like her husband dressed up as the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. They did a big screening. He came and he got to kind of like take pictures with all the kids and everything like that, and it was a really fantastic night. You can find 1,000 examples of how to run a movie night, and there are all sorts out there. Concerts. So she would partner and she would actually buy some concert tickets for some of the local venues that are going on in her area, and she would either run little raffles or something like that inside of her database or inside of her private Facebook group, or she would just be emailing it out to her clients, and people who kind of won the raffle, she would give the concert tickets to free of charge. But it was just, again, just something nice. There wasn't some attachment to it, like you had to do this, you had to do that. It was just, hey, you're part of the people that I like. I'm going to just provide items of value, and all you have to do is just kind of stay engaged with me in order to do that, right? I don't need you to send me a referral. I don't need you to give me a piece of business. I don't need you to list with me, right? That starts to get into inducements and all that. This is just about loving on the people who loved on you and trusted you, right? The final one is coffee tastings, cooking classes, and basically this was create micro events with your clients that create smaller, more intimate friend groups. if you think there's a group of people of your past clients that would all get along really well together, something like a cooking class or like a coffee tasting is a fantastic opportunity to get those people in a room together to connect. So anyway, guys, Connor Tuck, team leader for KW Empower here, Delaware, Maryland. I want to start to see more agents implementing some more ways of being personal and being personable to your past clients. Again, we all need to continue to bring new people into our world. There is a place in everyone's business for meeting new people and bringing them into your world. But you have two choices. You can just rip through neighborhood lists, hoping that that clock is broken clock, right, twice a day type mentality, that they're going to be ready or want to engage with you right then. But isn't it always nice to meet a friend of a friend, right? And your ability to stay in front of that initial group, your sphere and your past clients, in this way is going to allow a much easier transition into that second and third tier of their friend groups, which are hopefully your future potential clients. All right, y'all. Best of luck. Let me know how it goes.